Naruto 610 action packed. It was a lot of fun. Okay, something I noticed with the Juubi, the way its head is shaped and the way it looks. To me, it looks a lot like the One Tails Shukaku, the one that Gar was in Cherokee for. So I went ahead and did a little looking into it. And in the trivia section, I'll put a little link below here. It was saying that there's the raccoon dog and the fox are always trying to outsmart each other. This is from Japanese mythology, which there's quite a bit of it here. So this is what it looks like it's going to happen. We already know that Shukaku has tail envy of the Nine Tails. There's already this conflict here, and he was the one that didn't talk to Naruto. Now, this is the tail beast that Naruto needs to talk to so that he can have befriended all of the tailed beasts, right? So that's important too. I think that is what is getting ready to happen. I think everybody pretty much knows that the trick that worked at the end of the chapter to to hit the eye of the Juubi isn't going to fix it, and if it did, then people would really freak out. So I think this is what's going to play out. I think we've got a flashback to find out what is the One Tails problem, and so that looks to me like what's going to be the big deal. It's going to flash. It's going to be the center of what's going on. And Kurama get promoted to captain. Congratulations. And I think that's the reason that it's happening this way. Why Kurama is all of a sudden the one that's in charge of it, because it's going to be him against Shukaku. And like I say, the whole friendship thing with Naruto is going to be able to find out what the problem is and go ahead and do his thing to clear yet another hurdle. Be the next stage of the 6 paths, maybe. As a matter of fact, while I was here, I looked up what originally was said from the Sage of the 6 Paths, which looks pretty much like what's going to happen. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read this here real quick. Okay, now the Sage of the 6 Path went ahead and divided the Juubi into 9 separate pieces. Now I realize we all know this, but I want to just read this again to make sure we're all on the same page here. To ensure that it would never resurface after his death. Sometime after being created, the sage sat down with all the young-tailed beasts, which we've seen, and told them that they would always be together even when separated, and that one day they would become one entity again, and different names as well as forms than they did then when the time came for them to understand what true power is. Okay, it looks, now a lot of people said, well, it looks like the Sage of the 6th Path didn't see this coming. I think he did. I think this is actually what he set up. He knew eventually somebody would do this, would reform them again, but I don't think that that's going to be what Madara is planning on. It looks like they're going to get back together again if it's holding this, and then they're going to be in new forms. They may even, instead of tailed beasts, since they have intellect and everything now, I guess, that they will be some kind of different creatures. Something, maybe even people or something similar to people or something, which would be pretty wild. So it says that once they know what true power is, which is, in a shonen, it's probably friendship, right? So we'll see. But that was from the Sage of the 6 Paths. So I'm kind of... so Sage of the 6th Path, right, in the Japanese mythology. So I feel pretty good about, where this is going. So I want to go ahead and bring that out. Now, a few other things on there. The whole thing about Obito calling out Madara as a kid, I have to say, I think that we've all been waiting at least for cracks to show between the friendship to really, before they end up having a battle between each other. But I didn't expect Obito to throw the first punch. I didn't expect him to call Madara a kid, but it was a good setup, because Madara went and basically told him, no, a kid actually basically does things before they're ready, which is what Obito messed up the whole Juubi thing, right, to begin with. And as most people already know, I mean, Madara's got his own plan, so this Moon's Eye plan thing probably has nothing to do with what Madara wants. It probably is what Obito's basically saying. You're just wanting the power of the Juubi, which I think pretty much everybody is already is on page with, that's what Madara wants to do. But it's a fantastic chapter. I've already read it a few times. I'll probably read it, well, probably. I will read it a few more times because there is so much going on in there. And this is going to be, who isn't going to look at, even people that really don't look at the anime, who is not going to go watch this when it gets animated? This is going to be insane. And I hope they don't mess it up, because whoa, if they go cheap on this, oh man, they're gonna hear from it. Definitely, fans are gonna go gonzos. But anyway, it was a fantastic chapter. I loved it. If your number one criteria for enjoyment is action, like it is for me, then this is just a smorgasbord. This was fantastic. This is just utterly amazing. Story-wise, like I say, I think it's an awesome setup on what's going to happen. And I was definitely wrong. You know, we didn't. Not only did we not go somewhere else, but like I said, it looks like we're going to be in this battle for quite a while. All right. Always look forward to your comments. Thumbs up would be fantastic. Fantastic. Really would appreciate it. You can always subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. You can do anything that you want to. Until next time. Take care.